Hello students, welcome back. I hope all of you are doing fine. This is teacher Whitney and I'll be teaching for class 1. Today I'm going to teach you English grammar. So before we move on to our topic for today, let us listen to a story. Now I am going to tell you a story and the name of the story is Singleton. Once upon a time, there was a small village named Singleton. A unique thing about this village was that the people in this village had only one of everything. For example, they wore only one shoe or only one boot. Wagons had only one wheel. People had only one spoon and one dish in the house. Even children, they had only one toy to play with all the time. So they had to wait for each other to play with this one and only toy. In Singleton, they used only one thing all the time. They never ever thought of using more than one thing. Until one day, the king came to visit Singleton. When the king asked the people about the same, they laughed and replied, "Haha, it's Singleton, where we have only one of everything." Listening to this, the king said, "It's always fun to have more than one of everything. Life is so much better when we have plurals. Plural means more than one. Can you see? One glove is good. But when we add s, it will be gloves. Two gloves are always better than one. One shoe is useful. But when we add s, it will be shoes. Shoes are excellent." So the king said, "See, life is so much better with plurals." So the people of the village understood what the king said. So they formed many plurals and they lived happily. Students, in the story you have come across many words like one, many, plural, shoe, shoes, glove, gloves, and so on. Here, let's take a similar example. We have one house and many houses, or more than one house. There are two houses, or you can say many houses. One house, many houses. So when we say one, or when we speak about one object or one thing only, it is called as singular. And when we speak about more than one or many, we call it as plural. Since our topic for today is singular and plural. As I told you, singular means only one and plural means many or more than one. Here we have one fruit, that is singular, only one, and here we have many fruits or more than one, that is called as plural. Now students, we have certain classroom rules that we got to follow. For example, when you want to drink water, you have to take permission from your teacher. If you want to move out of the class, you have to take permission from the teacher. Likewise, at school or at other places, we have certain rules to follow. Similarly, in English grammar, there are certain rules we need to follow. And for our topic for today, that is singular and plural, we have to follow some rules. So let us begin with the first rule. First rule is plurals are formed by adding s to the singular noun. I repeat, plurals are formed by adding s, the letter s, to the singular noun. Students, you know the first rule, that we form plurals by adding s to the singular noun. Now here you can see one pin. So this is a pin, P-I-N, pin. Now here you can see 2 pins. So more than one forms plural. So how do we write pins? We add the letter S. So we have pins. Pins is plural. The next one. Here you can see an arm. ARM. This is in the singular form. Now you can see 2 arms. So how do we make plural from arm? We add the letter S. So we have arms, which makes it plural. Here you can see a picture of a boy. B-O-Y. There is only one boy, so it is in singular form. Now here you can see the picture of 2 boys. So how do we form plural of this word? We add the letter S. So B-O-Y-S makes it plural. Here you can see a pen. P-E-N, pen. It is in the singular form. Now we have 2 pens. How do we make the plural form of this word? We add the letter S. So we have P-E-N-S, pens. The last example we are going to take is a toy. T-O-Y, toy. And this is in which form? Yes, it is in the singular form. Now let's see the next one. Here we have the picture of 2 toys. So how do we form plural of this word? We add the letter S. So we have T-O-Y-S, toys. That is the plural form of this word. So students, here you have seen how we have applied the first rule. That is, we form plurals by adding the letter S to the singular nouns. Now all of these are nouns and we have added a letter S so as to form plurals of these nouns. Now let's move on to the rule number 2. Nouns that end in a hissing sound. The sounds are S, SS, SH, CH and X. Form their plurals by adding ES to their singular nouns. I repeat, nouns that end in a hissing sound, the sounds like S, SS, SH, CH and X, form their plurals by adding ES to their singular noun. An example of this would be the word box. Box. This word ends with a hissing sound. So in order to form a plural, the plural form of this word box, we have to add ES, boxes. Students, you know the rule number 2. That is, nouns that end in a hissing sound, that is S, SS, SH, CH and X, form their plurals by adding ES to their singular nouns. Now here we have examples wherein we are going to apply the rule number 2, that is adding ES. Now first we have the word bus. You can see a picture of a bus. So this word ends with a hissing sound S. This is bus. So we have to form plural of this word. Now we have 2 buses, which makes it plural. But how do we write buses? Since this word ends with a hissing sound, we add ES to the singular form of this word. Bus will become buses and we add ES. Let's take the next example. We have picture of a dress. Dress. This word once again ends with a hissing sound, dress. And the word ends with SS. So when we see such words, we have to form their plurals by adding ES. Here you can see picture of another dress, which makes it dresses. And how are we going to form plural of this word dress? By adding ES, which makes it dresses. D-R-E-S-S-E-S, dresses. Let's move on to the third example. Here you can see a picture of a bush. Now this word bush ends with a hissing sound, and it has these sh. It has these letters at the end of the word, sh, which is a hissing sound. If we want to make plural of this word, what do? We have to add the letters es. Here you can see a picture of another bush which makes it bushes. So we have to add the letters es so as to make it plural. So bushes, bushes. Let's move on to the fourth example. What do you see here? You see a picture of a watch. This once again ends with ch, hissing sound, ch, watch. So here you can see a picture of another watch, which makes it watches. How do we make plural of this word watch? By adding the letter es. It ends in ch, a hissing sound. So the words that end with a hissing sound, we add es. Watches. Let's move on to the last example. Here you can see a picture of a fox. F-O-X, fox. It ends with a hissing sound. You can see the last letter x, fox. Here you can see picture of two more foxes, which makes it plural. Foxes. So how do we make plural of this word fox? By adding the letter es. So it makes foxes. So here you have seen how we have applied the second rule, that is we have to add the letters es. Now let's see what the rule number 3 says. Most nouns ending in o form their plurals by adding the letters es to the singular noun. I repeat, most nouns ending in o or with the letter o form their plurals by adding the letters es to their singular noun. For example, we'll take the word mangoes. The spelling of the word mango is mango. This word ends with the letter O. So to form its plural, we will have to add the letter es. mangoes. Mangoes. Rule number 3. The rule number 3 says that most nouns ending in O form their plurals by adding es to the singular. Before, it was the words that end with a hissing sound and we add es. The third rule also says that most, not all, but most of the words that end in O form their plurals by adding es to the singular. Now let's take a look at that. Here we have examples of words that end in O and in letter O. So here you can see a picture of a tomato. One tomato, it's in a singular form. Here you can see a picture of another tomato, which makes it tomatoes. Now a rule says that the words that end in O form their plurals by adding es. So here we have the plural form of this word tomato, which makes it tomatoes. Let's move on to the second one. This is a picture of a mango. mango, mango. And this word too ends in O with the letter O. Here you can see another picture of a mango, which makes it plural. Mangoes. So what do? We add the letters es to the end of this word to make it mangoes, plural. Let's move on to the third example, that is a potato. A potato. P-O-T-A-T-O, a potato, which words in the letter with the letter O. Here you can see another picture of a potato, which makes it potatoes. So we add the letters es, which makes it potatoes, the plural form. Students, As I've mentioned in rule number 3, it says that most nouns, not all, but most nouns that end in O form their plurals by adding the letters es to the singular. So there are some exceptions, there are some exceptional words that you don't use the letters es, but they use the letter s for their plural form. Yes, I'm talking about the words that end in O. Some of these words add the letter s to form their plurals, not es. Now let us take a look of those words which add only s to form their plurals. Here is a picture, or this is a photograph, a photo, photo. This word ends in letter O. Here we have a picture of two photographs, okay, of two photos. So this word adds only s to its singular to form its plural. This word ends with the letter O, but it adds only letter s to form its plural. Let's move on to the second example. We have a piano, piano. This is in the singular form, and this word also ends with the letter O. Here we have picture of another piano, which makes it pianos, plural. Now this word takes the letter s to form its plural, pianos, pianos. Let's take the third example. Here you can see a bamboo, bamboo. This word also ends with the letter O. Here we have a picture of another bamboo, which makes it bamboos. This word also takes only the letter s to form its plural, bambos, bamboos. So these words are exception when it comes to the rule number 3, that only these words that end with O, that is photo, piano, bamboo, they use only the letter s, or we add only the letter s to form its plural. So students, here you can see words that end in O, that end with the letter O. So as I said, most of the words that end with letter O add es, but there are exceptions to this. That is, these words add only the letter s to form its plural, whereas the other words that end with O add es. Students, here you can see a picture of a car. This is a car. You can see a picture of a car. This is a car. Now here you can see two cars. Cars. These are cars. So as you can see, we have applied the rule number 1, that we make plurals by adding the letter s. So car and cars, we have added the letter s. Students, here you can see a picture of a bus. So this is a bus. This is a bus. Here we have buses. We can see two buses. So these are buses. Students, have you noticed we have added the letters es to form the plural? And why have we added es? Because the word bus ends with a hissing sound. It ends with the letter s. So buses, buses, buses. So this is the plural form. This is the singular form. So we can also change from plural noun to a singular noun. Here you can see a picture of a box. This is a box. Now this word box ends with a hissing sound, box. And what do you see here? Boxes. You can see two boxes. These are boxes. These are boxes. You can see we have added the letters es to form the plural of the word box. And why is that? Because the word box ends with a hissing sound. box. So we have added es. That makes it boxes. Here you can see a picture of a bench. This is a bench. This is a bench. Here you can see pictures of two benches. These are benches. These are benches. You have seen that we have added the letters es to form the plural of the word bench. And why have we added es? Because this word ends with a hissing sound, that is ch, bench. So bench will become benches. We add the letter es. These are benches. You can see a picture of a brush. This is a brush. This word brush ends with a hissing sound, brush. That is, it ends with the letter sh. Here we have pictures of two brushes. These are brushes. Now since this word ends with a hissing sound, that is sh, brushes, brush, we add the letters es to form its plural. So students, here I have made some cards which will help you to know for which words we use the letter s, which will make it easier. So here we have horse, which will become horses. The plural of horse will become horses. We add the letter s. Let's move on to the next one. Tree. Tree will become trees. We add the letter s to make it plural form. Next we have bird. Bird, birds. So we add the letter s to form its plural, birds. One, cow, cows. So we add the letter s to form the plural of this word, cow. So these are the different words for which we use the letter s, or for which we add the letter s. Here I have another set of cards wherein we use the letters es to form the plural. So here I have the first example, that is class. A class, classes. Plural will be classes. Now since these words end with the letter or end with the hissing sound, we add es. So we add classes, classes. Let's move on to the second one. Dish, dish, dishes, dishes. So we form the plural of this word by adding es. Since this word dish, it ends with a hissing sound. Dish, dishes. Next up we have fox. A fox, fox, two foxes. A fox, two foxes. So we add the letters es to form its plural. Since it, here I have the next set of cards wherein we apply the third rule, that is the words, most of the words that end with the letter o form their plurals by adding es. So here I have the first word, that is buffalo. A buffalo, two buffaloes. So since this word ends with the letter o, we add es to form its plural. So it will become buffaloes. buffaloes, buffaloes. Let's move on to the second one. Potato. This is a potato. 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 Two potatoes. Two potatoes. So potatoes. 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 Next example. Tomato. Tomato. One tomato. Two tomatoes. Two tomatoes. 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 So here are some words which use the letters es to form its plural. Since you remember that I told you for the third rule that
for the words that end with the letter O, add es to form its plural. But there are few exceptions. There are some words that use only the letter s to form its plural. So here I have an example, that is bamboo. One bamboo and two bamboos. So this word only uses the letter s to form its plural. Let's move on to second example. Here you can see a piano. One piano and two pianos. So this word as well uses the letter s to form its plural. So here are the words that use only the letter s to form its plural, and here we have the words that use the letters es to form its plural. So students, let's solve some exercises. The first one, fill in the blanks with plural of the following. We have to form plural of these words. The first one bus, two dash. So one bus. The plural of bus will be buses. Now since this word ends with a hissing sound, we will add es. So B-U-S-E-S. The next one box. Two boxes. So B-O-X-E-X. The last one girl, three girls. Now how do we make plural of this word girl? By adding s. So we will write G-I-R-L-S, girls. Let's move on to the second exercise. Make plurals by adding es to the singular form. If you want to add es, which means the words are going to end with the hissing sound. The first one glass. One glass. Two glasses. One bench. Three benches. And the last one fox, five foxes. Since this word ends with the hissing sound. So students, with this we end with today's topic. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Keep learning. Thank you.